scripture is taken from John chapter 1, verses 43 to 51. The next day, Jesus decided to leave for Galilee. Finding Philip, he said to him, "Follow me." Philip, like Andrew and Peter, were from the same town of Bethsaida. Philip found Nathanael and told him, "We have found the one Moses wrote about in the law, and about whom the prophets also wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph." "Nazareth? Can anything good come from there?" Nathanael asked. "Come and see," said Philip. When Jesus saw Nathanael approaching, he said of him, "Here is a true Israelite in whom there is nothing false." "How do you know me?" Nathanael asked. Jesus answered, "I saw you while you were still under the fig tree, before Philip called you." Then Nathanael declared, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel." Jesus said, "You believe because I told you I saw you under the fig tree. You shall see greater things than that." Then he added, "I tell you the truth. You shall see heaven and the angels of God ascending and descending on the Son of Man." The word of the Lord.
Hi, welcome. Today we're looking at John 1, verses 43 to 51. And hopefully I'll be able to get you excited about them and unpack them a little bit today. So Jesus came to Nazareth, and it says he found Philip, and he said to Philip, "Follow me." So something about Jesus really impacted Philip, and he knew Jesus was no ordinary man. And so he was excited, and he wanted to share about Jesus, which is what happens naturally when you have an encounter with God. You naturally want to tell others about it because it's so exciting. So he went and looked for his friend Nathanael, and he said to Nathanael, I just met a man named Jesus, and he's the one that Moses and the prophets spoke about. He also mentioned Jesus's father, who is Joseph of Nazareth. And when he said that, Nathanael said, "Well, how can anything good come out of Nazareth?" So his attitude was one of doubt and sort of derision and even scorn. So that didn't discourage Philip. He's like, "Come with me, come and meet Jesus. Come on, let's go." So they went to meet Jesus. At least Nathanael went with them. And Jesus saw them approaching from the distance, and he said to Nathanael, "There's an honest man and a true Israelite." And Nathanael said to Jesus, "How do you know who I am?" And Jesus said, "Well, I saw you under the fig tree." And again, that encounter with Jesus, it really struck a chord with Nathanael, and Nathanael was amazed by what he said. We don't really know why, but he identified who Jesus was. He said, "You are the Son of God and the King of Israel." And Jesus said, "Whoa, if you got so excited about just me seeing you under a fig tree, there are so many more good things that are going to happen. You'll see greater than this." And I think that symbolizes with God, when you encounter him, there's always more than can be seen, and he is bountiful and abundant, and that he has so much for you, but you aren't even aware of that. So he's telling that to Nathanael. And then after that, he even said, he referred to Jacob's ladder. He said, "You're going to see a ladder up to heaven, and the angels going up and down." And I think in that case, he was talking about the fact that he's the ladder, he's heaven, he's come to earth, and he's opened the door to heaven for those who believe in him, that we will have access to heaven. And it actually had started with the appearance of Christ on earth. The door of heaven was open, and Jesus is the intermediary between us and God. So he was kind of the ladder. And that's my interpretation of today's story. So the key points are how you will want to share when you encounter God, and how God has so much more for you than you could ever imagine, and how Jesus has opened the door to heaven. Thank you.